Hey guys, okay, I have got a concealer for you. This is the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. So I've done the original Camo Concealer and I've got a review on that if you guys are interested in seeing that. I've got a whole playlist of concealers. If you guys are interested, I've tried a lot of them. So all right, let's get this on. I have it in the shade Light Peach. This concealer, by the way, was $6 and you get 0.2 ounces, which is pretty standard, but I think $6 for concealer is a decent price. Again, shade Light Peach. Let's just see. Oh, it looks like a really good shade, actually. Yeah, really good for shade. You guys can see I have got a ton of pigmentation. I'm sure you can hear my daughter in the background coughing her brains out. She and her brother have been sick with a cold and is just hanging around. Okay, so far as I'm blending this, I'm thinking, yes, I like it. So far, we'll see. I'll get an up-close look in just a second. It looks like it is covering really well. It says it's hydrating and the box says satin finish, which I believe is true. You are seeing some light reflecting off of that, but it's looking really good. Like, I don't usually get this nice of coverage for these crazy under eyes, and also because of my age, I have this hollow right here, and it's really difficult to get that to look nice without it kind of accentuating that bag right there. And I think that this is doing a pretty decent job of covering and somehow making that look a little bit less than normal. You can still see it, but I feel like it's looking a little bit less than normal. Okay, so I'm gonna grab a mirror to give you guys a closer up look. So yeah, it's looking really natural. Like, the coverage is looking decent. It doesn't look like full coverage for me because you can still see a lot of my darkness and it is a little bit tacky, but it's looking good. Like, the look of it is looking really nice. Yeah, and it's not very detectable on the skin. I'm going to even out this other eye, just kind of so you guys can get a kind of comparison. I mean, it's not full coverage, but I think the coverage looks nice. Sometimes, like, I can have something that is full coverage. Nothing is ever full coverage for me, but even though it's ends up being like full coverage, or maybe even better coverage than this, it just doesn't look good. And I'd rather have something have a little less coverage and look nice on my skin than have it be more coverage and just look gross, you know, cakey, wrinkly, crepey. Those are all words I do not want to have to use when I'm describing how a concealer looks on my skin. It does seem a little bit graying or ashy looking because it might be just a tad too light for my skin, especially the skin around my eyes. The problem that I run into is I usually need a concealer to color correct and conceal at the same time because I don't want to put 30 layers on my eyes. I do still use other concealers in conjunction, usually with a concealer that I'm liking at the moment. I could have gone up or even down a shade. I'll have to check it. I'll look into the website and see what the next shade up and next shade down. I think if I went up though, it would be too light. It would make this look really gray and ashy, worse than it already is. Okay, I give that a second to kind of set down a little bit. Okay, it feels like it doesn't fully, like, completely become dried down to the place where it's not tacky. This eye still feels a little bit tacky, and I don't know. I mean, I'll wear it for the rest of the day and find out, but I'm gonna add a little bit more just to see. I'm sure I was in the middle of a thought and I forgot to finish it. Yeah, sometimes it's better for me to get a darker shade, and see, that's even looking a lot better. I don't know, dare I say I like this concealer already. because if I get a darker shade, it will make the area look less gray, but it also kind of color corrects and conceals at the same time. I have kept a lot of concealers these past couple of weeks, which is not good for me because it's money I don't need to spend, but it's so hard to know what is going to be your best option for concealer. Now, last week I believe I did almost like kind of like a haul. I can't remember which video it was on, but I talked about these two being similar. This is the Juvia's Place, what's it called? It's like I Am Magic concealer. You get a lot of product in this tube. This one's pretty standard. And I thought this one was good. It's a little bit, okay, let me stop there and I'll try and re-say it. I like this one better than this one. This one I think has more coverage, but you really have to be careful how you blend this. It's very, it can look really crusty, especially along the edges of where you're blending it to. Has a lot of coverage, a lot of pigment, so you only need like a dot of this, and it's got a lot of coverage. This one, as a first impression, now I'll wear it for the rest of the day and we'll just find out. This one I like, it looks more natural. So of the two, if I was gonna pick, I would pick this one. Now don't hold me to it. Come back and check the description box or whatever. It may be up when, my thoughts might be finalized by the time this video goes up. I'm not sure, I'm not sure when it's gonna go up. So if it's not in there, come back and check, and if you're curious to know. But as a first impression, I like the shade of this one. This is, again, light peach, and the coverage looks good. It doesn't look like full coverage, but it looks like good coverage, and it looks good on my skin. So that's the two big hurdles we're trying to jump over for concealer. So again, this one's nice, and I did like it, and I did keep it, but if I was gonna choose again, I would probably choose this one. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.